exercising restraint, avoiding actions that may escalate tensions, and continuing efforts towards peaceful dialogue and constructive engagement. I believe this was possible because of a very clear, fervent belief by both leaders that it is time for peace and no longer.
Up next, the Philippines convenes Cambodia and Thailand in ASEAN-led talks aimed at constructive dialogue to manage their border dispute for lasting peace.
This meeting was arranged by the Philippines as a way to provide its good offices in our capacity as chair of ASEAN for 2026 to Cambodia and Thailand in order to provide a meaningful space for constructive dialogue on their bilateral border issues. This meeting has demonstrated how our relationship in ASEAN is built on mutual respect, trust, solidarity, and understanding. It is a relationship that requires sensitivity to each other's concerns, which I think I am able to say was amply demonstrated in the discussions this evening. The Philippines approached this dialogue with utmost respect for both countries, guided by ASEAN's fundamental principles of respect for sovereignty, non-interference, and the peaceful settlement of disputes, as enshrined in the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia. As such, I appreciate the trust extended by Prime Minister Manet and Prime Minister Anutin to this process. During this meeting, I would venture to say that many subjects have been covered. Some agreements have been reached, and ways forward have been discussed. There were many candid discussions about the border situation between Cambodia and Thailand. They have both although they have both reaffirmed their importance of maintaining open communication.
Leaders reaffirmed restraint and open communication and have tasked their foreign ministers to pursue detailed confidence-building measures to prevent escalation today.
Time for war. The prime ministers have agreed to task their respective foreign ministers to sustain this open and candid dialogue and to discuss more directly with one another in detail constructive approaches to prevent escalation, foster the conditions for peace and stability, and to safeguard the well-being of their people. Complementary to existing bilateral frameworks, the meeting today also affirmed the importance of the continuing role of the ASEAN Observer Team, composed of representatives from ASEAN member states, to observe, to verify, and to report the implementation of all agreements. We welcome as well the extension of the AOT's mandate for another 3 months, which will last until July of this year. The Philippines underscores its commitment to fulfill its obligation as coordinator of the AOT. And so as Cambodia and Thailand continue to work on the situation, the Philippines commits to continue offering its good offices to enable both countries to engage in sustained dialogue and cooperation, especially towards upholding the commitments and principles agreed upon by the two parties. We express our confidence in the ability of both Cambodia and Thailand to resolve the matter amicably and to manage their border differences peacefully in the spirit of ASEAN solidarity and unity. The entire ASEAN family remains ready to.
The Philippines welcomes the extension of the ASEAN Observer Team's mandate and pledges to coordinate efforts and keep offering its good offices for sustained peace now.
Continue supporting efforts to promote dialogue, confidence building, and the maintenance of peace and stability in the region. Together, the three of us have reaffirmed that peace and stability are indispensable for ASEAN's continued growth, prosperity, and the well-being of our people.
The Philippines' constructive leadership in promoting regional peace, stability, and unity is commendable. Today, Prime Minister Anutin and I have just met with a collective resolve for lasting peace. Our discussions focus on de-escalations and trust-building measures to restore and consolidate a functioning framework for lasting peace and renormalize relations. We discussed the resumption of all existing mechanisms, namely the JBC, GBC, and RBC, as the new government of Thailand has assumed its full functionality. Cambodia highly appreciated the important role of ASEAN Observer Team, the AOT, and thanks ASEAN member states for their continued support and contributions. Cambodia welcomed the Philippines' assumption of its leadership from Malaysia. Cambodia has extended full cooperation and called